guys, and welcome back to my channel, iSweets Tea. Random news, celebrity, music, sports, whichever, film, a little politics, not too much politics. But anyway, sad news. 1/5 of One Direction. Liam Payne, obviously he's passed away. All over the news worldwide. They had so many fans, and it's really sad. It's really sad. I mean, you know, he mentioned in the past, like recently, loads of interviews have been coming up. I mean, I didn't really follow what, you know, all of them did after the band split, but I do like a bit of what's the name? I do like a bit of Harry Styles' solo music. But it's just sad. I was an X Factor fan. I'm gonna bullshit. I was a big X Factor fan, and I was a Simon Cowell fan. But and I think they was with One Direction was with Simon. But anyway, that aside, Liam Payne has passed away. Yeah, so one of the band members from the reality TV show X Factor. Band name, One Direction. They did have a few good tunes. You know, that adults enjoyed. He was in Argentina hotel. Unfortunately, police say he fell from a 3rd floor. Some witnesses saw this happen, unfortunately. Police were informed by the hotel about an aggressive man at the hotel, and could have been under the influence of drugs and alcohol. So somebody at the hotel did call for emergency services and did explain to the emergency services that this person could be under the influence of drugs and alcohol. And, you know, the band, you know, had been broken up for many years. He did have his own career. He did launch, I think every single one of them did launch their own career. And fair enough. I think, I don't know, I think maybe Harry Styles had the best, career out of all of them. But all 5 of them did really well. I mean, no one should look at, oh, this person's doing better or that person's doing better. They should just all look at, they get to do music and they got the opportunity to do it. But I know in life, people do kind of pit people against each other. You know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he died in that way. And it's terrible. TMZ showed the body. I mean, I don't know what worker in TMZ did that, but really they shouldn't have done that, because in the beginning I thought this was like a prank or a joke, or, you know, like sometimes celebrities have arguments and then people start writing, oh, R.I.P., you know, this person lost the argument. I thought it was a prank, and then I was like, what? And then I saw it on the serious news, was saying that the singer had died. And it's just so unfortunate. Fair enough, I wasn't a huge fan of the band, but I was a huge fan of X Factor, and I did watch X Factor. I was a big fan of X Factor, can't bullshit. And it's just so sad. And now some people are blaming Simon. I mean, I don't think Simon should be blamed, because really and truly, all these kids or adults that go on these shows, Simon didn't bang their door down, drag them out of their bed and say, oh, you better come to the X Factor and audition. He didn't do that. He's just a man. He gave people the opportunity to go and audition. If you want to go and audition, you go and audition. If you don't want to go and audition, you won't. Don't go and audition. Even some parents won't even let their kids go to those things. Some parents, they don't even let their kids go to those things. And fair enough, the kid still probably wants to go, because they could become this amazing star, and then they could buy all their parents' houses and buy all their grandparents' houses, and then their future kids have generational wealth. But at the same time, people need to think seriously before going on a reality TV show. Because, fair enough, something negative happens, everybody wants to blame somebody. And I get that. Everybody wants to blame someone. Like, this thing happened, who was to blame? Even when I first saw the news, I was thinking, did somebody threaten him? Or did somebody harm him? Or was it drugs? Unfortunately, it was drugs. Because the autopsies come out, and he had all these things, pink cocaine, ketamine, crack. Why would someone want to put all this shit in their system? But fair enough. Some people have an addiction, and you can't just say to somebody, oh, you know, just stop taking drugs, like Matthew Perry. It's unfortunate. It's just so unfortunate. And people are now speaking about what should reality TV shows do, or what should entertainment business do to stop people getting into drugs, or stop people harming themselves, or stop people unaliving themselves. And it's so difficult. It's so difficult to decide what to do, because some of these celebrities, they're good at hiding their addiction because they want to keep their job. And it's understandable because their job is super highly paid. So some of them are good at hiding it. Some of them don't want to tell their families because they don't want their families to blame themselves. If their guardian is their mother or their father, or their guardian is their grandparents, or their guardian is their older sibling, or whoever their guardian is, they don't want that person to blame themselves for letting them go take part in or becoming part of X Factor or Pop Idol or whatever it is. And then some of them might not want to open up to friends because the industry is sick. People that are friends in the industry are fucked up in the head, some of them. Let's just keep it real. Because even rappers say, even Tupac said about not real friends in the industry. Even Nicki Minaj said about not real friends in the industry. A lot of rappers that keep it real, keep their poetry real, they talk about some entertainment friends. Are they really friends? Or are they just using you for what they can get? So it's a difficult situation. Who should help them? Because who should help them? Some of these people, they don't want to go to a doctor. They don't want to go to a therapist. They hate a therapist. They hate a doctor. So who can help them? They don't want to tell their parents or their siblings or whatever. They don't want to scare them. Who can help them? Friends in the industry, they're all competing. Do you really want to tell? Does one friend want to tell another friend? You know, they're feeling down, they're feeling low. Can you trust a friend? Can you trust friends? Can you go to them and say, oh, yeah, I'm feeling down, I'm feeling low? Because even people that are not even in the industry, you can't really trust friends. You could go to some of your friends and say you're feeling low and you're feeling down, and they could be a good person and say, yes, this day let's talk, this day let's go here, this day let's do this. Or someone could go to their friend and say, oh, they're feeling low, they're feeling down, and then they go and laugh to the whole neighborhood. So who can people trust? So I don't know what people should do about this situation. I don't know if it's just go see a therapist, because these celebrities see a therapist for like an hour, 2 hours. If they're multi-millionaires, maybe they get 3 hours or whatever. And then the therapist goes, and then the celebrity goes back to whatever they're going back to. But it's so unfortunate. It's unfortunate he passed away. He was too young to go. He's got a little son. And in the hotel, whoever threw him into a room in the hotel, are they feeling all right? Why did they not put him in a safe room until emergency services or professional help came? Even if he was kicking and screaming and super high on all his drugs, just put him in a safe room, wait for professional help. He might still be alive, and then they would put him in rehab. Maybe they could have put him into rehab, and then he'll be alive to see his son grow. But anyway, it's unfortunate. It's not nice for the fans. Obviously, One Direction, and then the One Direction solo people, they made these young millions of fans around the world happy with their music. Fair enough, I don't know all their music, but I know some. I did like a few One Direction songs, and like I said, I do know Harry Styles songs. But yeah, I don't know about people blaming. Yeah, the industry's dark. The industry's dark. I think I need to do a different video about that. The industry's dark, but it's not dark for everybody. And it is possible to have money and fame and be level-headed, because there are some celebrities that stay level-headed, but each individual is a different person. The same way each individual that does drugs, I have nothing to do with that. I don't get involved in that. I don't like anything to do with drugs. Like I said in the Matthew Perry video, I drink a little, because obviously Matthew Perry, he died of the whatever drink drugs. He had problems and he was, seeing people about it. But yeah, as I was saying, every individual is different. Some celebrities might be able to take drugs and from age 20 and they're still alive at 90. And unfortunately, there's been a few people just die in their 20s or 30s or, even earlier. Oh, poor Liam. It's a shame. And then people are blaming his ex-girlfriend, and could she have done something if she would have had more heart towards him? But then did he have heart? Did he show heart towards her? So it's just, we don't know. Nobody knows. Everyone's looking for someone to blame. I mean, it's a shame. It's a real shame. And then there was a video of him with the newer girlfriend, not the ex-girlfriend. So the ex-girlfriend was going to bring out a book. And then there was a newer girlfriend he was in a hotel with. And then there was a video where she made a comment. I don't know, I think only psychologists or therapists can spot this. But she made a comment. He was like near the window, and then she was like at the breakfast table. And then he said something, we're here, or we've been here too long or something, I don't know. And then she said, yeah, like losers or something. And then it was like his inner soul dropped. Like, she meant it as a joke. Like, she didn't mean to harm him by saying, oh yeah, like, we're losers or something. But if you're like a therapist, psychologist, you could see in his eyes, in his face, like, when he said, no, we're not losers. Sometimes people don't know how little words can really turn, like, what's the word? Sometimes people use little words as a joke, but it can really hurt people. So I think he didn't want to show the girlfriend. He didn't want to show the girlfriend that that word hurt him. But if people take a look at that video and look properly, when she said that, you could see his soul kind of like drop as soon as she said, oh yeah, we've been here like losers. But I'm not blaming her. I'm not saying that word triggered him. But some words does trigger different people. And I think after hearing that he was trying hard with his solo music, and Harry Styles, let's just keep it real, Harry Styles killed it. Like, Harry Styles done well. Like, everybody knows Harry Styles. Harry Styles won Grammy. Harry Styles won this. Harry Styles won that. More people can name Harry Styles than all 5 of them. So when that girl said that word loser, we don't know what was in his brain. Like, oh, my music should have done well. My music should have been better. We don't know. We don't know. But people have to be careful with the kind of words they use around people. But we're not all nurses, we're not all psychologists, we're not all therapists. But in that industry, I think little words like, someone's too young to do this, or someone's too old to do that, or someone's a loser, or someone's this, it might trigger some of the people that are doing, music, acting, and things like that. So people need to be careful. But take a look at that video. It's just going around when he was in the hotel. I think it was a hotel or bar or whatever, or breakfast table. The girl was at the breakfast table. the scenery was behind him. You could just see like something within him kind of like dropped. But I'm not blaming the girl. But if she was emotionally intelligent, she would have turned and said, "Oh no, not a loser, joking, you've achieved a lot, be happy, you've achieved a lot," just to keep rewire the brain. Rewire the brain. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist, but just for him not to look so down. Anyway, people that have seen that video might see what I'm talking about. But anyway, R.I.P. Liam Payne. It's a shame. He brought happiness to so many little fans. And drugs is not good, kids. Stay away from drugs. Matthew Perry, Amy Winehouse, Whitney Houston, Nirvana, all these amazing actors, singers, I don't know what to tell people. I know there's peer pressure. I know it's difficult to say no when a gang of people are surrounding you. You want to be popular, you want to be this. But I don't give a fuck if I'm boring. I don't want to do drugs. I like to know where I am. If the wall is the wall, if the tree is the tree. I don't like that whole people telling me over the years, when they've done this, they thought the wall was a lion or they thought the tree was a tiger. That freaks me out. But it's not easy. It's easier said than done. And R.I.P. Liam Payne. I don't know if this is going to, the industry is going to change on how they look after artists or actors or singers or I don't know. But R.I.P. Liam Payne, and hopefully the fans can stay strong. Thoughts and prayers with his genuine friends. Thoughts and prayers with his family.